I chose coming here. Well, my original plan was I was hoping I would get the first quarter. I'd get over here and get some top water in, but this was my plan when I was coming. I wanted to come and try and get a little bit shallow water. Hopefully these docks were a little bit deeper than they are, but there should be some fish holding this timber right here, a little bit deeper water, so that's the plan. We'll get on the timber and fish right around the grass around here and see what we can pull out.
Fished a Paralyzed Veterans of America tournament out here. I guess it was the first weekend of June. Had fun. I mean, it was a good tournament. Did it for a good cause more than anything. Ended up with a Vietnam vet who was a real good angler. He really knew what he was doing while we were on the. Found a spot out here that never seen anyone fish. Just always passed it by going to my normal spots on day one, and we pulled up and his first fish was 3.5 casts. He got a bite and missed a fish, so I threw in there and knocked a 7.70, which ended up being the big fish for the day. And 5 or 10 minutes after that, I knocked a 3 off that same spot, and it heated up, and that's the first big tournament I fished out here, and real good fun tournament, good cause. We started back in '05. Dustin Cotton and Ryan Dupriest were the founders of the club. They were really good anglers. They won a couple tournaments with our colors, and I know they did good in the money department. And every year it seems we get a couple anglers that come in and just can flat out fish. Like this year we had a guy from Plano come in named Tyler Holmes, and he'd never fished any of the lakes out there in West Texas that we normally fish, and he was on the whole time. Pumping out some good anglers these past couple of years. The team that got second at Louisville, Arkansas Pine Bluff, one of the anglers for them, Scott Jones, is a grad student there, and he was the president of our club the last 2 years, and he's a very good angler. We're going out there to try to have fun and just try to promote the club and the school as best as we can. Bluegill. Didn't look like bluegill.
I'm thinking they're probably a little bit deeper than this, but hopefully I can get them in about 6 to 10 foot of water, holding up on these logs, and hopefully I'll come across a few docks. I can stick them on, just present something right in front of them, give them the bite. But if not, then the fourth quarter I'm gonna try and fish a spot that's a little bit deeper than this. There is that riprap right there. There's big chunk rock that walks down to deeper water. So hopefully they should be sitting on that since it's so hot. We'll see. But who knows if I've actually got a clue, right? Could just put on a jersey and fool all y'all.
Started off fishing some real shallow water that had some stumps and grass in it. Tried to go after fish with a zoom speed crawl. Figured if they were going to be up in the grass, they're going to look for something that was slow moving, crawfish look like, and then didn't get any bites, really couldn't feel anything. Had one that I'm pretty sure was a bite, and found a channel between the grass that I was able to flip into. Then we moved out to a main lake point that had some good running water over it and was a little bit deeper at times, and kept just trying to throw something that imitated a crawfish, threw a swim jig a little bit, and just couldn't find the bite.
So we went to some real shallow water up. They had some good timber and grass in there, but it was just shallow, too hot. So I flipped a jig up around the stumps and around the grass and couldn't get a bite, and I fished a Cinco for a couple minutes and just wasn't happening. So we moved out to a wind-blown point out here, and I figured I would push some bait over here, but I saw a few shad up on top popping, but I couldn't get a bite. I was fishing a jig down on the bottom and didn't want to take the time to retie a crankbait on. So I didn't catch anything again.